It started as an ordinary Tuesday evening, with a golden haze of sunset washing over the neat houses on Maple Street. Anne arranged the cheese platter with a practiced hand, her fingers steady, despite the anticipation tight in her chest. The book club was her one night away from her careful suburban routine, and she relished how the other women hung on her literary opinions. Tonight, they'd be discussing a thriller about an elusive stalker, and she knew exactly which passages to highlight. The first guest, Leslie, arrived promptly at 7, her laughter echoing unnaturally down the hallway. Soon, the rest followed, their expensive perfume and polite chatter filling Anne's pristine living room. She served wine in delicate glasses and watched their faces as she recounted the story of the stalker in the novel, how he crept into suburban homes, how he learned the victim's secrets. The women shivered and clutched their glasses closer. After midnight, with the wind rattling the glass and the houses cloaked in silence, Sarah noticed it first, a shape outside the window, just beyond the halo of the porch light. Anne's voice trembled as she whispered about the stalker again, the fear genuine this time, or so they believed. When the power flickered and wine glasses smashed to the rug, chaos ballooned. Anne hurried the women into the kitchen, voice guiding them calmly, like a general in the fog of war. They didn't notice that Anne's linen apron, always spotless, had a faint crimson stain near the pocket. One by one, she led them away from the trembling cluster, Leslie to fetch more candles, Jenna to help Anne check the fuses. None returned. Panic rose as the remaining women realized the circle was shrinking, but Anne's voice, warm and urgent, pulled them into the silent maw of her home. In the morning, quiet reigned. The police arrived after hysterical neighbors called about screams that split the night. Anne met them at the door, face smudged with ash, hair wild, the perfect image of a woman undone by terror. She explained through tears about the stalker, how he came just like in the book, how she tried to save her friends. Her trembling hands convinced the officers, and no one questioned the detail with which she described the killer's face, as if drawn from a memory instead of fiction. For weeks, Maple Street vibrated with fear. Patrol cars circled each evening. Women double-checked their locks. Anne's solitude was respected, even pitied. Late at night, Anne sat in her silent house, the echo of the book club's laughter lingering. She wrote in her journal a story, or maybe a confession, about how she became the protagonist of her own thriller, how fiction and reality can bleed together until no one remembers which is which. Sometimes, Anne caught her own reflection in the window, eyes sharp and knowing, and she wondered if she should fear the stalker at all, or if she had simply been waiting for this story to end. And somewhere, in the hush that followed, she heard the gentle turning of a page.